Ja Morant got suspended for giving up on the Grizzlies, so today I'm trading him to the Houston Rockets. Ja wants out, and the Rockets need a point guard, so this works perfectly. The Rockets look nice with a big three of KD, Ja, and Sengun. And in Ja's first season on the Rockets, he's on the All-NBA first team, averaging 30 points and 8 assists a game. KD and Sengun also had really good seasons, but the Rockets were very disappointing, finishing as the 12th seed with 40 wins. At the start of year 2, Ja's up to a 92, but KD's starting to drop in overall, and outside of Sengun and Jabari Smith Jr., they don't really have that much depth. They had the 4th pick in the draft though, hopefully that can pay off for them. In Ja's second season on the team, he drops down to the All-NBA second team, averaging 29 and 8, and the Rockets get even worse, they're down to the 13th seed. And on top of that, Kevin Durant's gonna retire, so Ja's all by himself. But on the bright side, they not only replaced KD with Brandon Miller, their first round pick from 2026 is up to an 81 overall, and their second round pick from the same year is up to a 77. They also had the 9th and the 14th pick in this year's draft. Hopefully these two guys can become good as well. And finally, after 3 years on the team, the Rockets are going to make the play-in. Ja's on the All-NBA second team again, averaging 29 and 7. But in the Rockets' first play-in game, they're going to get blown out by the Kings. Ja Morant dropped 39. He needs more help than this. Sengun put up 6 points. He fouled out in 17 minutes. And in their second play-in matchup, they have to play the Grizzlies. And for a spot in the playoffs, Ja's going to get blown out by his former team. That's embarrassing. Ja dropped 42 though, but he would have to watch from the couch as the Timberwolves win the championship. In free agency, Ja's gonna re-sign, and hopefully their young guys keep getting better. One's up to an 84, one's up to a 78, and one's up to a 77. But they let one of them walk and sign to the Mavericks. He's up to an 83. And the Rockets are pretty bad again, dropping to the 10th seed. They're not even gonna make it out of their first play-in game. At this point, we just have to wait for Alvarez to get better. And moment of truth, Alvarez is up to an 86. I don't like the fact that Sengun is dropping, but this guy, he was the 14th pick, he's up to an 84. And this guy, who was the 9th overall pick in the same draft, is up to an 83. So they've been drafting good. They just need to keep all these guys on the team to help Ja win a championship. And finally, the Rockets are in the playoffs. They're the 6th seed, and that's thanks to Ja being on the All-NBA first team and winning Clutch Player of the Year. But in the first round, it won't be easy to take down the Thunder. And in Game 5, with the series being tied at 2, the Rockets just need to hold this lead for a minute. Ja's gonna go at Shea. He's gonna take the layup over him, and he's gonna miss. That was such a bad shot. Now we have Shea on the ISO. Shea with 6 seconds on the shot clock. He's gonna spin. He makes his way into the paint. He's gonna take the hook over Ja, and he misses. On the break, we have Ja. He's gonna get past Shea, and Shea recovers, but he's gonna foul Ja. Ja's gonna knock down both free throws, so the Thunder are down 5 with 30 seconds to go. Shea's gonna put up the layup and make it a 3-point game. And they're gonna full court press, but they're not gonna foul here. Ja's gonna chew out the clock. There's 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. 3 seconds. He kicks it out to right. The deep 3. It's off. The Thunder have no timeouts though. Sorver's gonna have to chuck up the full court shot, and the Rockets are gonna win Game 5. Shea dropped 39 on them, but Ja dropped 33 and 11. But in Game 6, the Rockets get blown out, and the Thunder force a Game 7. We just need somebody to stop Shea. And with 2 minutes to go in Game 7, the Rockets are down by 2. Ja's gonna make his way into the paint. He kicks it out for a Brandon Miller 3, and it's good. That is a big shot for the Rockets. Let's see if Brandon Miller can clamp up Shea. He's gonna miss the 3, but Sorber flies in for the putback. So with less than 2 minutes on the clock, the Rockets are down 1, but they're gonna find Sengun and go up 1. I couldn't even tell who passed that. That play happened so fast, but that was great vision. Now we have Shea attacking Brandon Miller, and he puts the Thunder back up. As long as the Rockets keep scoring, they should be good. Ja's gonna take the jumper. That's a very questionable shot. Marion's gonna use the screen from Chet. He's gonna drive on Ja, and he makes the layup over him. That was a tough shot. Now Ja's gonna use the screen from Sengun. He finds him. He's gonna get blocked on the layup, and the Thunder get the board. So now on the break, Shea just has one man to beat, but he's gonna find Topic, and the Thunder go up 5. This is not great for the Rockets, who are running out of time here, but Ja's gonna make it past his man, and he's gonna miss the dunk. I don't know how he missed that. Now on the Thunder fast break, they're gonna go to Chet, and he gets a turnover. That is a huge turnover. The Rockets are still alive. Ja's gonna find Neely, and he misses the 3. So unfortunately for Ja, he's gonna lose his first playoff series as a Rocket. But in his 6th season on the team, even though he's going down in overall, this guy's up to an 87. He was the 14th pick. Alvarez is gonna stay in 86. Neely's up to an 85. The rest of the roster is actually pretty good. Wemby's gonna win MVP on the Warriors. Jokic is on the Clippers now, and Ja's on the All-NBA second team this season, averaging 28 and 7. And of course, the Rockets are the 8th seed. They're gonna win the first game to play the 2nd seed, but it's gonna be hard to make it past this Mavericks team. Yeah, the Rockets are gonna lose in 5. And in free agency, Ja's gonna stay the same overall. This right guy's up to an 89, and the guy they drafted 7th overall last season's up to an 81 overall. Brandon Miller's in the starting lineup now because our guy Neely left for the Knicks. Ja Morant might be doomed at this point. He's gonna make another All-NBA All-NBA team averaging 25 and 6. But the Rockets are once again in the play-in. The first game they're gonna lose. Let's see if they can play the 1 seed they're gonna win. But once again, they're gonna lose to the Mavericks. Ja's gonna sign a new deal to stay with the team. This guy's up to a 90 overall. Posey's up to an 88. That's kind of crazy considering he only averaged 7 last year. And this season, Posey went from 7 to 17 points per game. Ja's back on the All-NBA first team. He averaged 30 this season. And the Rockets are finally good. They're up to the 3 seed. And in the first round, Ja has to go up against Amen Thompson, who he was traded for. And it took long enough, but the Rockets finally win a playoff series. It only took 8 seasons. And in the second round, they have to play the Warriors led by Wemby. And in game 5, with the series tied at 2, the Rockets are gonna lose. Ja had 34, but so did Scoot Henderson. But in game 6, the Rockets are potentially 2 minutes away from forcing a game 7. Ja's gonna use the screen from Sengun. He's gonna pull the 3. That's not the shot. I don't know what the Warriors are doing this possession. They're just swinging the ball around. But Bronny gets a wide open 3 and he's gonna miss. 96% of people who watch me aren't subscribed, so make sure to subscribe to help me hit my goal of 35,000 subscribers. I didn't even realize he was on the team. Now we have Ja using the Sengun screen. He's trying to get past Salon and he's gonna make the layup. So now with the Rockets having a 5-point lead, this game looks pretty good for them, and the Warriors are gonna miss the 2. They're gonna send the trap defense here. Now we have Sengun with a wide open lane to the paint, and he puts the Rockets up 7. And that's gonna be a big enough lead for them to force a game 7. Ja put up 20 points. Almost everyone that played had 10 points or more, and that was all for nothing as the Rockets are gonna lose game 7. Okay, Wemby dropped 48 on them. The following season, Ja's not even the best player on the team. Luka's really a 6-man on the Pacers a couple seasons after averaging 34 on the Nets. Of course, Wemby went to the Lakers now, and Ja doesn't even make an All-NBA team even though he averaged 26 points and 7 assists. And just like last season, the Rockets are the 3 seed. And in game 7, the Warriors are 2 minutes away from potentially blowing a 3-1 lead. How did that shot go in? So now we have a 1-point game here with Rivera trying to drive on Scoot Henderson. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's gonna take the layup, and that is a tough shot, but it goes in. Now on the other end, Marks is going at Ja and taking advantage of his size, but he's gonna miss the post fade. On the break, we have Wright, the spin, the step back mid-range, and he makes it over Bronny. So with a minute to go, the Rockets are gonna need to lock in here, and Scoot's gonna miss the 3. Let's see if the Rockets can hit the dagger here. They have a mismatch in the paint. The layup is good, and the Warriors are gonna blow a 3-1 lead to the Rockets. And that's thanks to a Ja Morant 35-point game. Scoot went off, but he didn't have Wemby. In the second round, the Rockets have to play the Timberwolves, and no way, in back-to-back series, they just came back down 3-1. That's crazy. They just won by 62. Ja Morant dropped 39, and nobody on the Timberwolves even had 20. Denny, Anthony Edwards, and Jaden Ivey shot them out of the game. They shot 37% as a team and only made 2 threes. And here's the Rockets' toughest matchup so far, where they have to play the 1-seeded Mavericks, and they won 68 games in the regular season. They already took down one 60-win team. Let's see if they can take down the other. Game 1 was kind of close till the 4th quarter, but the Mavericks are gonna win. But in game 2, the Rockets forgot how to score in the 4th quarter. That is crazy. They could have had that win. Ja Morant only had 12 points, and Cooper Flag dropped 40. And in game 3, back on their home court, let's see if the Rockets can win their first game of the series. Coward's gonna use the screen. He's gonna pull the 3, and he misses it. That is a huge miss. Let's see if the Rockets can capitalize on that here. Sengun passes out of the shot. Ja's gonna find Rivera. Back to Ja. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Ja's gonna have to pull the deep 3. Why did he step back? Sengun's gonna get the putback though for the lead. So now the Rockets are gonna need stops here. They're gonna find Cooper Flag in the corner, and his 3 is good. I don't know why they gave him so much space on that shot. Wright's gonna find Ja. Ja kicks it to Rivera, the wing 3, and he knocks it down. That is a huge shot with less than a minute to go. Now we have Riley on the drive. He's gonna take the layup, and he puts the Mavs back up. 30 seconds to go for the Rockets. Ja on the drive, almost gets into the paint, but he takes the layup anyway, and he gives the Rockets a 1-point lead. So now the Rockets need one stop here. Cooper Flag throws it to Lively and gets a turnover. So now it's gonna be Ja Morant going to the free throw line. He's gonna knock down the first one, and to give the Rockets a 3-point lead, his second free throw's good. The Mavericks have no timeouts, down 3. Cooper Flag makes his way into the paint. He's gonna find Reed Shepherd, and he bricks the 3. And Ja's gonna knock down both free throws, so the Mavericks have 10 seconds. Down 5. Reed Shepherd to Derek Queen, to Lively, back to Reed Shepherd. The deep 3, he's gonna miss. And the Rockets finally win a game. That is a huge win. Ja put up 24. He didn't shoot the best, but neither did Cooper Flag. But in game 4, this one's pretty much over at halftime. What are the Rockets doing? They lost every single quarter. Ja put up 25. Cooper Flag had 37. they had 3 people put up 25 or more. And if the Rockets want to make the finals, they have to come back down 3-1 for the 3rd series in a row. But this time it's not going to happen. The Mavericks are too good and the Rockets get eliminated. So now in the finals, the Mavericks are going to sweep. And they've won 5 out of the last 6 championships. I don't even know what season we're in. You guys can look in the top left. Posey's up to a 91 overall, so Ja's the 3rd best player on the team now. Rivera somehow getting worse at 24. But a lot of the core staying together. Hopefully they can be a top 3 seed again. Ja's back on an All-NBA team this season, averaging 26 and 7. And as for the Rockets, they get even better. They're up to the 2nd seed. But the Mavericks got even better, winning 69 games. In the first round, the Rockets are going to play Wemby and the Lakers. I don't know how this series is tied up at 2. The Rockets are going to go up 3-2 and win in 6. And in the second round, they have to go up against the Thunder. And with the series being tied up at 2, they're going to blow out the Thunder. That second half was really good. Alvarez put up 30, Ja almost did, and Chet put up 40, but the Rockets are still up 3-2. And in game 6, the Thunder were down 13, entering the quarter. We're all tied up now. Posey at the line's gonna brick the free throw. I could tell that was a miss. So now the Thunder have a chance to take the lead here. Drake Powell's gonna use the screen. He's gonna throw it down low to Shea, and he gets a turnover. So now on the break, we have Ja. He's gonna throw it into the paint. That's a scary pass. And now Wright's gonna find Alvarez for the layup, and he puts the Rockets up 2. Rivera's actually been playing pretty good defense on Shea for this possession. Shea kicks it out to Chapman for the 3. It's off, but the Thunder get the offensive rebound, and they're gonna tie the game up. The Rockets really need to lock in here. The Thunder are too dangerous of a team to let force a game 7. Now we have Ja getting stopped on the drive. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. He kicks it out to Wright for the 3, and he almost makes it, but it's off. Now we have Shea on the break. He's gonna kick it to Chapman, wide open in the corner, and his 3 is good. So with about 30 seconds to go, the Rockets have to make something happen here. Ja's gonna pull the 3 over Shea, and he misses. So now they desperately need a stop here, but Shea gets an open lane, and he knocks down the jumper. The Rockets are gonna need to get a quick shot off here. Ja's taking his sweet time. 14 seconds to go. He kicks it out to Wright in the corner. His 3 is off, and the Thunder are gonna force a game 7. Shea put up 40 because of course he did, and Ja is nowhere to be found. He had 8 points. And in game 7, it was super back and forth, but the Rockets win in the 4th quarter, and now they get their rematch against the Mavericks. Game 1, the Rockets were up 21 at halftime, but they're on the verge of blowing this lead. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Wright's gonna use the screen and pull the 3, and he knocks it down. Why do I feel like Cooper Flag's about to go crazy here, though? He's gonna drive and easily get a dunk. The Rockets still have a 2-point lead here. We have Ja, of all people, coming to set the screen, and they're gonna miss the mid-range. So now with the Mavericks still having plenty of time, they can tie the game up or take the lead here with a Reed Shepherd 3, and it's in and out. That is a big miss on the fast break. We have Lawson getting stopped by Cooper Flag. Now we have Ja trying to drive on Reed Shepherd. He's actually playing pretty good defense. Ja's gonna kick it out to Wright, who's gonna use the screen. He gets a wide open 3. He's gonna miss, but Posey gets the offensive rebound and makes the shot over 3 people. So now the Mavericks are running low on time. Cooper Flag bulldozes his way into the paint and makes it a 2-point game. And that was kind of a big shot for the Mavericks because it took no time off the clock. Now we have Ja coming to set another screen for Posey. He's gonna pull the 3. It's a little deep, and he's gonna miss. The Mavericks are gonna chew down the clock, so the Rockets need to lock in on defense here, and Cooper Flag misses the open 3. So now all the Rockets have to do is knock down these free throws here. That first one's gonna rattle around, but it goes in, and the second one's good. And just like that, the Rockets are gonna win game 1. I'm surprised they even kept up with the Mavericks in the first place. Nobody on the team had more than 20. But in game 2, we're back to reality. The Mavericks tie the series up at 1. Ja Morant needs to lock in. He shot 6 for 19. And in game 3, the Rockets blow it in the 4th quarter. That's crazy. They had to lead pretty much all game. Why is nobody dropping 20? And in game 4, we have another close one. If the Rockets hold this lead here, they can tie the series up at 2. Ja's gonna use the screen and pull the deep 3. He's gonna miss, and they can't get the rebound. Reed Shepherd on the drive's gonna find a Sangway for the layup. That's a bad shot, and he's gonna miss. 8 seconds on the shot clock for Ja. He's gonna drive on Reed Shepherd. He takes the layup over 2 people, and the Rockets can't get the board. I don't like where this is going. The Rockets at least have a 3-point lead, and Reed Shepherd's gonna miss the jumper. Honestly, the Rockets should just chew the clock here, but they're not going to. Ja on the drive's gonna take the layup, and he puts the Rockets up by 5. So the Mavericks are in trouble here. Reed Shepherd's gonna take another jumper, and it rolls out of the rim. And with the Rockets going up 7 after Ja's free throws, they're gonna tie the series up at 2. Okay, nobody's dropping more than 20. I don't know why. And thank goodness the Rockets won with Ja shooting terrible. In game 5, we have another close one, and whoever wins this game will probably win the series. I don't like the fact that we have Ja and Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag gets an open 3, but he's gonna miss. And on defense, they have Cooper Flag on Ja too. Ja's gonna find Wright with 6 seconds to go. He's gonna use the screen. He gets an open mid-range. He misses, but the Rockets get the offensive rebound. Griffith gets an open 3, and he misses. Missing 2 good looks on that possession is kind of crazy. Now we have Riley trying to get past Ja. Ja's gonna strip him, and it's Rockets ball. That is a huge turnover, and if the Rockets can score here, that would be even better. Ja's gonna take the layup, and he gives the Rockets a 5-point lead. So now the ball's in Cooper Flagg's hands here. He drives to the paint easily, and with 10 seconds left in the game, Ja's gonna chew out the clock. He finds Posey for the 3, and he knocks it down. So with the Rockets being up 6, they should be able to win this game. I don't know what the Mavericks are doing. They're taking their sweet time, and Derek Queen's gonna make the 3, but even if Ja misses both free... Oh, if that went in, I was gonna say if Ja missed both free throws, the Mavericks wouldn't be able to get a shot off, but they did. So now the Rockets have some extra insurance. They can lose game 6 here, and unfortunately they are gonna lose, so we're going to a game 7. Ja put up 40. The one time somebody puts up more than 20 points, we lose, and that's because Cooper Flagg dropped 35. And in game 7, that third quarter is gonna save the Rockets. They're gonna move on to the finals. That is the last thing I expected. Once again, nobody dropped more than 20, but for the Mavericks, they only had 3 people drop more than 10. And now in Ja Morant's first finals at the age of 35, he's going to be going up against the Sixers, who have VJ Edgecombe. Wait, an 8 seed just made the finals? And that series wasn't close at all, as the Rockets are going to win in 5, and Ja Morant's finally an NBA champion. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you want to see me put Russell Westbrook's career in reverse, click the video on the screen right now.